Is it possible for you to change your life for the better after divorce? And if so, how? I guess I kind of answered the first question, didn't I? Maybe. Let's get to it and let's start revving that engine. Of course you could change your life for the better, even thrive, but here's the kicker. You have to want to. Contrary to conventional wisdom, men, we handle divorce far harder than women do. So if you're going through a divorce, know that first, you're going to hurt like a bitch. And second, most people will not understand you. You're going to feel alone. Where divorced women are more apt to reinvent themselves and find some kind of purpose in their life. Most guys, we don't do much but talk about our ex, work out, and pray. But as the saying goes, if you pray to God to help you move a mountain, you gotta be ready to wake up next to a shovel. Science has consistently shown that venting is counterproductive. When you vent, you're practicing neural pathways. You just have to get it over and over again. And the more you do it, it's a learned behavior. And as you'll see, there is a solution for this. I have a mission to get my clients to thrive and give their ex the old up yours after divorce. That's my mission. So after conducting a quality of life study with nearly 600 men, my data shows that it takes an average of 2 years for divorced men to get to their new baseline level, defined by their self-assurance, parent-child relationship, physical recovery, and a new healthy relationship. But there are things that you can do to speed up this process, because giving it time, for me anyways, was not good enough. That's old school. Guys, we're creatures of habit. We don't like to go out. We tend to repeat the same movies. Rocky IV for me. We even have designated area where we take a crap and call it our throne. But that part of our life, it's over. And the reason why you're watching this video is either because you need validation and motivation to get up, or because you recognize that, like all of us, we need to grow and we feel stuck. Either way, welcome. And if you're getting any insight to this Magnificence channel, subscribe, because it's more than just recovery. It's for you to thrive. So what's the first thing that you have to do? You got to stop venting. It's going to discredit you. It makes others uncomfortable. And it makes things worse by far. It's called the cathartic hypothesis, and it's letting it all out, right? But that's Freudian crap. It's pseudoscience. Today, there's over 60 years of research saying that the cathartic hypothesis is more like the phantom synopsis. It's just make-believe. In one study, researchers found a way to piss off a few hundred college students, and later these college students were given the opportunity to vent. The results found that those who vented, they didn't get over their shit. And to the contrary, they scored anger scores and aggression scores higher than before venting. And on a personal matter, as I was trained in medicine, when I was doing my psychiatry rotation over at the VA, I had a lot of patients with PTSD. And I was specifically told not to have the patients talk about what led to their PTSD. And I remember asking, doesn't it help? And the answer was clear. It caused more harm than good. As a coach, I don't condone venting. It hinders your progress. And I tell you this, when you're done with me, you're going to feel alive. You're going to feel fucking good because you have answers. So rather than venting, what do? There's several options. And the best recommendation is quite literally not to think about it. And this is so important that I'm going to have to address it later on in this video. Instead, what you need to do is build a manifesto. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically your business plan for your life. Who are you now that you're single? What are your core values? Your mission? What do you want your life to look like in 2 to 5 years? How do you want to be perceived? Your lifestyle, financial statement? What resources do you have at your disposal? And what will you do to give up in order to achieve these ambitious goals? Keep an open mind. And if you don't have a clue, set something up with me, because I run a tight ship, and chances are that you're limiting yourself by some self-limiting beliefs. Everything you do from here on involves making a better, more disciplined you, because if you thought you had responsibilities as a married man, today you have some real responsibilities, from as little as changing the bed sheets to as big and overwhelming as not letting yourself go. Not a single step back. What I'm about to say, I'm only saying because sometimes we could find some tremendous solace in some of the smallest, most insignificant things. I think alcoholics call it or refer to it as a moment of clarity, but I'm not sure. When my then wife, when she left, I thought my life, that it was over, that she was right, that I was, and I quote, a boring old fucking man. I mean, how could I have let her go? One day, as I entered my home, there was a plant I've never seen before. My mom placed it there for me so many years earlier, and I didn't even know it existed. How can I miss such an obviously placed object on my very own backyard? Yeah, that's right. I became a plant person. It was that simple little thing that gave me comfort. It spoke to my subconscious. It made me realize that my life from now on was going to be different, that I was going to have to do a lot more introspection. And from now on, every decision that I made, that I was going to own my own decision. It changed my outlook on life. A fucking plant. And I'm not even a dog person. I saw the romantic comedy, Crazy Stupid Love, and I realized that I didn't have a choice in the matter anymore, that I could have stayed Steve Carell or build my own version of Ryan Gosling. The choice was clear and incredibly easy. Put your manifesto to work. Develop a morning routine, even if it is one single small change, like taking a cold shower just for the discipline of it alone. Cold showers are gonna snap you out of your funk immediately, and it's great on the skin also. But to me, the greatest single best thing that I've ever done for myself is to learn to meditate. That's it by far, and everything, including fitness, being a distant second. Meditating, it turns you into a better human being. It makes you just overall happier. Earlier in the video, I was speaking about the cathartic hypothesis and mentioned that there was a way that you can stop venting, and that's through meditation. That's how you do it. And my ex, when she left me, I had the advantage because I had already been meditating for almost 2 years. So I had a leg up in the process. The effects of meditation, they were tremendous. And I swear on my life that I'm still alive because I used to just close my eyes and think of nothing but my breath for 15 minutes a day. Meditating put everything into perspective. It stimulated my prefrontal cortex. I was more focused, energized, present, alive, and such a much better dad than I used to be. So when she left, I increased my meditation frequency and lengths. I was at the lowest of my life, but I also was at my most triumphant time. I hate the way meditation gets explained. You'd think that after thousands of years, the meditating community would be more apt to describe it. It's not the absence of thought. It's more like deep thought, that by focusing on something so mundane like your breath, that any thought that enters is just a natural stimulant, so you have to let it go. And if you can let go of a thought, so you can focus on something unremarkable, mundane, boring like your breath, that's how you stop the mind fucks, and that's how you become present. And after a while, it just feels like a massage for the brain. Now, don't get me wrong, I did suffer, but not nearly as much as I did when I was with her. And that's the other thing about meditating. Look, your lifestyle, like it or not, it's already changed. You, like me, we were both stumped. We got our asses kicked by somebody that we put our trust in. Change your lifestyle. Change the way that you think. That's why, as counterintuitive as it sounds, if you work out, don't set any goals. I mean, we all have them, right? But don't work out for the goal. Do it to begin building a better life. You say you want to lose 20 pounds and get 14% body fat, so you change your eating and hire a fitness coach, and a few of you'll hit your goal. For the majority of us, once we hit the goal, we tend to go back to our old ways. Make working out your lifestyle and do it for the mental benefits, not for anything else. You do that and you're going to thrive because you're going to notice it immediately. You know how long it takes me to notice my mood change when I'm working out? 8 minutes. I've timed it. 8 minutes, and that's all it takes. I go from not wanting to do it to just fucking feeling like a beast. Fact is that you got a lot more options than you think, and sometimes they can be just little small things that they add up. To start taking brain supplements like ginkgo or a nootrope like Desis or Kalia. Challenge yourself to make a stranger feel good about themselves. Better yet, challenge yourself to make a new friend by the end of this week. Start saying no more often, improve your style, learn to dance salsa. The basics are not that difficult. If alone, walk around your house with your balls just for the freedom of it. And why do this? Because you can. You can start today and you can start being the new you. I had one of the fastest growing men's divorce support group on Facebook. And if you're motivated to be a better version of yourself, just say that you come from this channel and let's make history together. I'll let you in. The link is in the comment section underneath. Now, I'm very aware of the optics that I'm not the right person to be sending this message, but you got to talk to a coach. You need to talk to someone that knows what they're doing. And if you don't like me, perhaps you think I'm an asshole or too arrogant or not religious enough, understood. But get help. Therapy's great, but right now, your house is on fire and you're in dire need to speak with someone who knows what they're fucking shit. From how to hire a good family law attorney to how your life is going to be like with your kids, to how to accomplish your goals, especially when you got like zero motivation. That's what I'm for. And remember that study that I conducted? It says that it takes 2 years for guys to get some level of normalcy after divorce. With my program, 6 months. 6 months, and your ass will not get shafted during the divorce, and you'll get your balls back with interest. I'll get you there. Learn the beautiful gift that you've been given and appreciate life, because this chapter in your life, you're never going to have that much freedom again. Before doing something, anything, do it with a purpose. And one way is to start by just simply asking yourself why you're doing this. Seriously, even if you're beginning your workout, ask, why am I doing this? Or if you're going to wear an outfit for work, ask yourself why you're wearing that. Is there a purpose behind it? There's so much that you can do, from self-awareness, becoming tech savvy, enhancing your communication skills, making more money, redecorating your home, make a stranger's day, practicing gratitude. Dare yourself to do something different. What are your top strengths? Usually when I ask people that, they tell me something vague like, I'm loyal or I have good values. But dude, how about I'm intelligent, or I have a lot of money and charm, confident, someone that has presence, that you're not afraid to hear no, that you have big old balls, that you're a great dancer, that you're good with the girls, that you have an infectious laugh, that you're genuinely in love with yourself. That's what focusing on yourself is, taking complete and utter inventory of your life, including yourself. Gentlemen, I guess what I'm saying is that you're mourning because you're too busy looking at what you've lost and you're bored, rather than thinking of how to have a better life. Up until recently, you were giving a shitload of obstacles and you were dealt some heavy burdens, and you did it with love. And that's the irony here, that you're being told that your heavy lifting is over, that it's done, and yet you cannot let it go. Now, we all have our demons. We're torn, we're guilt-ridden. Later we get angry, but experience and professionalism would not allow me to stand back and continue watching you dig your own hole by venting. It's counterproductive. It's unimaginative, and it's unhealthy. Everything that I addressed in this video, from the cold showers to making someone's day and certainly meditating, they were things that I did in challenging myself and, frankly, in keeping me away from the boredom. But that was just scratching the surface. Now the ball is on your court. What will your manifestos say about these dark times? Will they say that it made you into a better man, or will they say that it made you into a shadow of the person that you were? And if you're waiting to get in the mood to change your life, then you have bigger problems, because it's usually the movement that drives the emotion, not the other way around. Right now, your life, it's incredibly confusing, and you need some answers to some questions that you probably haven't even thought of, or you're too embarrassed to ask. And that's where I come in. Make a one-on-one and join our Facebook group. I'll help you get ahead of the problem. I'll help you get so excited about your future and your life that you'll be asking and pulling me, what's next? What's next? What's next? And that's a clear sign that you're not winning. Thank you very much. I'ma wake up